And fast food companies found that out, and they have enslaved generations of us. And yes, I'm being fucking dramatic, but we're in a crisis here. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Devin Harrington, the average Gen Xer, and welcome back to my channel. On this channel, I talk about things that interest me, and today we are going to look at 14 reasons why fast food fucking sucks. If you've watched any of my content, you probably know that I really dislike fast food. It is my humble opinion that in the past 60 or so years, the fast food industry has all but destroyed the planet and certainly Western civilization, because everybody's so damn fat and out of shape and hooked on caffeine and sugar and salt, and there's nothing good about it. If you live in a food desert and there is absolutely nothing else to eat except fast food, okay, that's one thing. But 99% of us don't live in a food desert. So, and what about people who lived in that food desert 100 years ago? They were growing their own food. So the phenomenon of fast food has had a strictly negative effect on mankind, in my opinion, of course. So this article is from flavornetwork.ca, and we're going to look at 14 scary ingredients that are in your fast food. But first, as you probably know if you watch my channel, I always encourage any animal lovers out there to please consider or give it a shot volunteering or fostering for your local animal shelter. This is my third of 3 little black puppies that I took on a couple of months ago, and this is Monkey, and I still have him, still trying to find his forever home. But fostering especially is helpful because many shelters don't even have a space of their own, so they absolutely rely on fosters to help them rescue their animals. And fostering is not as hard or as expensive or as time consuming as you might think it is. So please, if you love animals, please help save the world and consider fostering. And now on to the article. Okay, this article is by Brent Furtick, and it is actually from October 5th, 2024, so not very old. And it's called 14 Scary Ingredients Lurking in Fast Food. For better or worse, fast food is a part of most North American diets. Oh, it's for worse, believe me. A quick, easy, and inexpensive meal solution that fits those hectic lifestyles. But do we actually know anything about all those scary-sounding ingredients contained in the foods we're eating? Of course we don't, because we don't care. We just want something fast that tastes good. And fast food companies found that out, and they have enslaved generations of us. And yes, I'm being fucking dramatic, but we're in a crisis here. Okay, everybody calm down. Here are 14 shocking ingredients commonly found in fast food that might make you do a U-turn the next time you're at the drive-thru. And, oh God, look at this fucking disgustingness. So this is the average fast food restaurant breakfast sandwich. You get some, like, rubbery egg folded something. And you get some disgusting dyed cheese-like product, and God knows what the pigs that this bacon came from went through. And this biscuit is all just white flour and processed vegetable oil, and yuck, it's disgusting, okay? I actually used to eat fast food once a year for many years after I found out what's in it and how it's made and all of that shit. And it got to the point where I would have my one fast food meal a year and I would be sick the whole next day from all of the shit that's in it. And that's not to say that I'm perfect and I never eat processed junk. I got my own problems. I have freely admit on this channel, I have struggled with sugar addiction since I was 9 years old, and it is an ongoing struggle. Anyway, first ingredient, propylene glycol. Propylene glycol is a synthetic substance that absorbs water and is often used as a commercial lubricant and is a key component in antifreeze and deodorant sticks. Seriously, look it up. Propylene glycol is in fucking everything. Like if you have a female feminine product for your personal lubrication, there's probably propylene glycol in there. It's also used in fast food as a solvent to make spice concentrates, as well as food colorings and flavorings, and can be found in such foods as Subway's breakfast sandwich and other fast food items. So this picture must be Subway's breakfast sandwich. That just makes me gag. My roommate actually, he doesn't anymore because he's had me harassing him about it, but he used to eat fast food every day, every meal, just easy, like just DoorDash it. And one day he was like, hey, I'm going to McDonald's. Do you want anything? And I was like, I don't know. And he said, I'll get you a breakfast sandwich. And he brought me back this looking thing. And I took one bite of it. And it didn't even have any meat on it. It was just egg and cheese. And it was so fucking disgusting. Like, once you get away from eating this crap, you realize how fake it is. Anyway, carrying on. Second ingredient, sodium nitrite. Sodium nitrite is a preservative that's used to cure various deli meats and bacon, and is used as a coloring agent that can make old meat appear to look red and fresh. Oh, guess what fast food companies are using it for? Probably all of this, probably as a coloring agent. But be cautious with how much red meat you intake at fast food chains, as a 2005 study found a link between sodium nitrite and pancreatic cancer. And pancreatic cancer is one of those cancers that you're done. It's a death sentence. Pancreatic cancer is what Alex Trebek died of. I mean, how dare cancer take Alex Trebek? The guy never did anything wrong in his entire life. He's like Brainiac from the planet Smarton. I digress. Okay, next ingredient, which is caramel coloring. Everybody loves caramel, right? What could possibly be wrong about caramel coloring being added to food? Well, plenty. Since the caramel coloring is used as a fast food additive, and it can be found in cola, Taco Bell's meat filling, and Wendy's sweet and sour sauce, among many other items. It is actually a synthetic substance created from the reaction between sugars and ammonia with sulfites. Are you listening to this? This is what's in that Happy Meal thing you get. You go get your combo at the drive-thru, whether you're going to Whataburger or Taco Bell or whatever, any of those places. Caramel coloring is involved in your food situation. And caramel coloring is actually a synthetic substance created from the reaction between sugars with ammonia and sulfites. The resulting chemicals, which are called 2-methylimidazole and 4-methylimidazole, have been linked to thyroid, liver, and lung cancer, as well as leukemia, and are among the recommended additives to be avoided by the U.S. Center for Science in the Public Interest. And it's in all fast food places you will find caramel coloring. In the food. Sickening. Okay, next one, food dyes. So, you probably were aware, there's food dyes, but, science makes the food dye really benign, and it's just to add a little color. No, it's not. It's basically poison. Some fast food chains use a variety of different synthetic dyes to color their food, and many of these have been suspected risk factors, ranging from causing hyperactivity in children to brain cancer. Think about that. How many people do you know who have children of any age? And how many times do they take those kids through the drive-thru because it's convenient? And this is what they're feeding their kids, because we all know kids love them chicken nuggies. And that's what they usually want. And that's where a lot of these chemicals are used. Among the most commonly used are red number 40, yellow number 5, and yellow number 6, which are suspected to be responsible for a laundry list of medical maladies. And people are feeding their children regularly on this crap. I mean, would you give your kid a cigarette and light it up, for your 3-year-old? Would you give them a shot of scotch or whatever? Whiskey, vodka? No, you wouldn't, because those things aren't good for little kids. I mean, not that they're good for adults, but it's common sense. But yet people feed their kids a bazillion chicken nuggets every year. It's so benign. They taste so good, kids love them. Okay, moving on to number 5 in the list of 14 scary ingredients that are in your fast food. And it's carminic acid, aka beetle extracts. Beetlejuice, not just a hilarious Michael Keaton comedy, but one of the ingredients found in fast food under the name carminic acid. And this is a commonly used red food dye, and is extracted from the dried, crushed bodies of female scale insects called cochineal, including beetles. You can find this all-natural, albeit hurl-inducing ingredient in a variety of fast food products, including processed poultry, such as some chicken nuggets. Number 6, silicon dioxide, aka sand. While eating a picnic at the beach, we do everything possible to keep sand out of our food, but fast food chains add it on purpose. This food additive, called silicon dioxide, is used as an anti-caking agent in meat-based products, such as chili, including that sold by chains like Wendy's and Taco Bell. When not used in fast foods, silicon dioxide can be found in cement, ceramics, glass, and of course, between your toes during a day at the beach. So sand is added as an anti-caking agent. Number 7, ammonium sulfate. Ammonium sulfate is typically used as a commercial fertilizer. Ammonium sulfate is also found in fast food bread products such as hamburger buns, and used as a, quote, dough enhancer, which feeds yeast that causes bread to rise and results in a more consistent bread. A commercial fertilizer is in your hamburger bun. Number 8, cellulose, aka wood pulp. Wood pulp, called cellulose in the list of fast food ingredients, it just sounds like a nothing thing. It's just cellulose. It's like an all-natural ingredient from cells, right? It is found in such products as McDonald's Filet-O-Fish and Oreo McFlurry, Taco Bell's nacho chips, Wendy's Frosty, and KFC's popcorn chicken, used primarily to thicken and stabilize foods as a cheaper alternative to flour and oil. That's right. In order to save a few bucks, fast food restaurants are feeding you sawdust because it's cheaper than flour to thicken that Oreo McFlurry. This is gross. I realize I'm screaming into the void here, But this is fucking gross. I hope, maybe one 14-year-old will come across this video and do a science project on it for school, or at least tell their class why fast food sucks. I mean, if more people speak the truth about it, that this is not normal, that this shouldn't be fed to kids, that it's not good for anybody, that we have to normalize. We have to normalize that, because we have just been so brainwashed in the past half century to just think of it as totally wholesome and normal. Okay, number 9. Mechanically separated meat, also known as MSM, mechanically separated meat, or pink slime. Has everyone heard of pink slime? It is the source of most fast food chicken nuggets, defined by the FDA as a paste-like and batter-like poultry product produced by forcing bones with edible tissue attached through a sieve or similar device under high pressure to separate bone from the edible tissue. Dyes are added to make it look less like pink goop and more like white chicken, along with ammonia to kill any bacteria. Pink slime and ammonia. That's what chicken nuggets are. TBHQ is number 10 on the list. What is TBHQ? An easier to say nickname for tertiary butyl hydroquinone, a petroleum-derived chemical, a form of butane. Butane is what makes your lighter light, if you have a butane lighter. Used to prevent fats and oils from oxidizing, which increases the shelf life of fast foods such as chicken McNuggets. These fucking McNuggets are like the bane of existence. It's also utilized in non-food products such as butane lighters, pesticides, lacquer, and varnish. So the same stuff that is in butane lighters, pesticides, lacquer, and varnish, if you're going to resurface a fucking table, is in fast food, primarily chicken nuggets. Oh, and French fries. While the consensus seems to be that its usefulness as a preservative outweighs any potential health risks, the chemical may cause nausea, vomiting, deliriousness, and tinnitus, which is a ringing in your ears that won't stop. In the food, with children being more susceptible to these symptoms than adults, of course, but it's so wholesome. Let's go to the drive-thru after the soccer game. This is so fucking pathetic. Also, corporations can make money off of us. Okay, moving on to number 11, MSG. Most of us have heard of MSG, aka monosodium glutamate. Most of us think of it as something that gets put in Chinese food. It's one of the most commonly used food additives in fast food, primarily due to its ability to enhance flavor, essentially making food taste better. So the food doesn't taste good because it's got wholesome ingredients in it that have been cooked well. No, that shit's been sitting on a shelf under red lights for God knows how long. And so MSG is one of the chemicals that's added to make it taste better. MSG is also known as natural flavoring, so you don't even know what the hell it is. These are all in your fast food, all these chemicals, which all cause health problems. I mean, I'm just going to bang my head against the desk at this point. While the U.S. Food and Drug Administration and the World Health Organization claim there's nothing harmful about it, there's much anecdotal evidence over the years of people with sensitivities to MSG resulting in such symptoms as headaches, flushing, sweating, numbness, chest pain, nausea, heart palpitations, and weakness. That's basically like the American population. Headaches, flushing, sweating, numbness, chest pain, nausea, heart palpitations, and weakness. Number 12. Okay. Let's see. Dimetyl polysiloxane, aka silly putty. Would you like silly putty with that? They might as well ask that the next time you go through the drive-thru, since dimetyl polysiloxane, a type of silicone that's used to make silly putty and breast implants for that matter, is also used in deep fryers to keep the oil from foaming, thus allowing the oil to last longer before it needs to be replaced. It's also used as an emulsifier and caking agent. And you know what goes in that oil? Fucking frozen French fries all day long are soaking in that silly putty from that oil. But hey, at least the oil lasts longer and saves McDonald's a couple of bucks. Number 13, L-cysteine, aka duck feathers and human hair. Oh, why? It used to be that if there was a hair in your food, you'd send it back. Not at a fast food joint, where an amino acid called L-cysteine is used to condition bread dough to make it more pliable. L-cysteine, by the way, is made from duck feathers and human hair. And in fact, a few years back, CNN reported that women in China were selling their hair to chemical processing plants making L-cysteine for the North American market. Bon appetit. I mean, how did we even figure this shit out? That we have chemical processing plants making L-cysteine. It's fucked up. Okay, last one. And it's called azodicarbonamide. Azodicarbonamide, that's what I'm going with, aka rubber yoga mats. This chemical, which is also used to make rubber yoga mats, can be found in a staggering 500 food products in the US, with Subway making headlines last year when it announced it was removing it from its sandwich bread. While there's no evidence to suggest it's harmful to ingest, do you really want to eat remnants of a rubber yoga mat? Ew. And that's what I have for you today, guys. If you like this video, please give it a like. Please comment. Please do subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps the channel. I am so grateful that we are almost to 2,000 subs on this little bitty channel. And tell me what you think of fast food. Like, am I crazy? Because I'm like the grumpy old bitch that's, saying you shouldn't eat that back in my day. Back in my day, we did have fast food. Back in my day is when fast food suddenly became everywhere. It was the 1970s, but in the 80s was when it was just every fucking where. And it's leading us down a path of no return, in my opinion. I just don't think humans as a species can ingest this level of chemicals and processed flour and sugar and salt and not pay a huge price for it. So is it just me, or do you try to avoid fast food? I know if you have kids, it's an endless battle to try and get them to not live on crap. I realize that. That's why I have dogs, because the dogs eat what I give them. And so tell me, do you let your children have fast food? Is it a treat kind of thing? Is it a couple times a week? This is like regular food and this is what we eat? I don't know. Let me know. I would like to hear your thoughts. So thank you so much for sticking around. If you made it to the end, you are a trooper, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much.